One of the reasons why I like Kawhi Leonard is he reminds me of you black men out there and myself. And I'm talking about the living situation, not his sports accolades, but he comes from less than stellar circumstances. And a lot of people probably didn't give him a chance to be as great as he was. And he had to prove himself to get to where he's at today. He had to overcome his father being killed. He then went to San Diego State and did very good, but people didn't expect him to be great in the NBA. He was a mid to late first round pick. He went to the Spurs and he was a role player and then became the NBA Finals MVP. And then he became a great player for the Spurs. And then he had a setback with the injury and then came back with the Raptors and then won an NBA Finals MVP in one of the greatest playoff runs of NBA history, elevating himself to what some people would say the best player in basketball in the world right now. But, you know, as you are working hard, like many of you brothers have done, you're just like Kawhi Leonard in some ways. Your family doesn't follow suit, meaning that as you're out on the bus going to work or studying or starting that business and you're increasing in life, your family members don't always do that. Typically, they stay the same. And this seems to be the case with Kawhi Leonard's sister, Kamisha. Now, why do I say that? Well, a few days ago, August 31st to be exact, she and someone else named Candace, they attacked a lady at the Pachanga Resort Casino. Now, the lady had $1,200 in her winnings, and I think that her skull was fractured or cracked. The lady eventually died, and Kawhi Leonard's sister is now in jail. Now, it's interesting. She's 35 years old, has a history of these type of crimes. But people say, and some online resources say, such as Media Takeout, one of the reasons why she was out robbing somebody was because Kawhi Leonard had cut her off. He had got tired of her asking for money, or she was still getting money from him and not doing the right things. So he just pretty much booted her out of his life. Now, we don't really think much of this story, right? Because it happened to someone that was 84. We don't know the lady or anything like that. I mean, my hearts go out to him. But let's think about what usually happens in black communities. It could have easily not been her. It could have easily been Kawhi Leonard. And see, here's the scary situation. What if she would have tried this on her brother? Now, guys, I'm going to talk to you about this because this is important. For somebody like Kawhi Leonard who's worked his ass off to get to where he's at, for guys like you who have worked their ass off to get to where they're at, or to where you're at, it's a shame how people feel that they are entitled to your money. They are entitled to your stuff. And we know that in the black community, a lot of times when black men make it, everybody feels that they should get a piece of what you have. And a lot of brothers like Kawhi Leonard just get tired of just getting used. Getting tired of people asking for stuff. And then here's a situation. When you give it to them and you realize that they don't change, but they get worse, then that's a problem. The bigger problem is when you don't want to give it to them. Now you all type of bees and hoes and all type of stuff you fake and going around telling everybody your business and, you supposed to be my brother. You supposed to love me and all of that. But you know what's so funny is if he would have given her the money, And that's to say if this is true. There's no guarantee that she wouldn't do this, right? And see, here's the situation, and talking about cutting people off, and we talk about that all the time on this channel. People have to rise up to your level in life. I don't care if it's the sister. I don't care if it's the brother. I don't care if it's the aunt or the uncle. People always asking for money or begging for things, or you trying to help them out, it gets old real quick. Let me give you guys an example. There's a Negro that was a subscriber of mine, okay? The Negro asked me for like $50. Won't call the dude's name out. And I gave it to him. Now, typically, I don't try to make this a habit, but I gave it, brother, man, brother, I'm doing bad on my tough on my luck. 2 years later, he sends me the money back. The other day, I got a PayPal request for $50. Bruh, I need you to give me this money. Wait, hold on, brother. You are a grown ass dude. I don't even know you. All right? It ain't like you wanted somebody that be supporting me on Patreon or Super Chat or somebody like that. That'd be a little different. Negro, you ain't never did, I don't even know you like that. How come your situation is so bad that you don't have $50? And do you know what I really think? I mean, I got to say this. Some people just don't want to work. All right? I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what it is. Kawhi Leonard's sister, no different. Some people don't want to put in the work, but expect something from everybody that do put in the work. Let me talk about why a lot of our black people like Kawhi Leonard. It happens all the time in the black community. Me and George talking about this the other day. And about, black people who have a lot of money, they should be giving money back to the black community just to give it back to them. And my position is, they're not going to appreciate it, right? Just like Kawhi Leonard. Don't think that he wasn't just giving his sister money and just, because he loved her. He was. But a lot of times, giving people money, if they haven't changed what's in their mind, it's worthless. You know what I mean? How many times have you've been with women, man? You give them money, I need this, I need that. They still end up broke. A lot of guys ain't got bankrupted. And see, now, instead of her getting a job, learning something from her brother, that's what one thing that entitled broke Negroes do. They always want some money, but they don't ever want no game. They always want some money, but they never want no information. Very rarely will you hear people who ask for money will ever come to you and ask you, how do you do this? How do I learn what you learn? How can I gain the knowledge to do what you do? How can I get the skills to do what you do? They don't do that. And one of the things that come with a lot of black men, when you brother start making it, they come to us asking for the money. And when you cut them off, then they will go and take the money from anybody. All out of being lazy. I can guarantee you somebody going to blame Kawhi Leonard. Talking about, man, if you would have just helped your sister out, she wouldn't have been out there doing this to people. It's your fault. If you would have helped your people, it's your fault. No. And it's a good dang reason why you cut her off. And so my question is, who do you need to cut off in your life? Because somebody needs to go. All right? Even for me. There are a lot of people in my life, I'm like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you do this. No, I got to help myself. You need to help yourself. Right? And a lot of brothers going to have to make a tough decision. I need to do without this person. It could be mama. It could be little brother. It could be sister. It could be my girl. It could be maybe even your wife. But some people need to go for you to get better, because some people are there just to take. Never to give anything but a damn problem. And you see where she at now on the job. I mean, who would take somebody's life for $1,200? And a woman at that. But anyways, brother, what do you think about that, guys? Go ahead and hit me up here. Subscribe to your boy, on www.patreon.com/Negro Manosphere. This is your boy, Oshay Duke Jackson. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think about this. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.